Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Can I please ask everyone to rise for our Togati? Thank you.
Travel many places, adjusting my music to the sound, and I carry many faces in trying to find a common ground. Keep your head in the now and watch us around, 'cause it'll take you. Keep your head in the now and watch us around, 'cause it'll take you. Shine the light in the dark.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear Vice Rector, Dean, faculty, family members, and most importantly, our graduates. Welcome to this great day of celebration. Today we celebrate an important milestone in the lives of each and every one of you. As I stand here, I'm filled with pride and admiration for all the hard work you've conducted in the past years. This day is yours, a day to honor your achievements, to reflect on your growth, and to embrace the bright futures ahead of you. Dear graduates, your presence here today is no small achievement. Today is a culmination of years of effort. From late-night study sessions, countless assignments, deadlines, group works, exams. You have done so much in the past years, and you have overcome a lot of challenges along the way. You have not only gained knowledge, but also resilience and a deeper understanding of the world around you. For many of you, it was at times maybe a hell of a journey, or even one that took a bit longer than expected. But we are very confident that you are now prepared to take on new opportunities, overcome obstacles, and shape the future in both big and small ways. Whether you studied political sciences, sociology, anthropology, or communication sciences, you now carry the tools and knowledge to impact the world in profound ways. The world needs your insights. From addressing social inequality to shaping public policy, from exploring how societies function to understanding how media impacts individuals, you are equipped to contribute meaningfully to the important issues of our time. Yet, let's not forget that you didn't travel this journey alone. To the family, friends, and loved ones who are with us today, and to those who couldn't be here but are celebrating from afar, your encouragement and unwavering support have been crucial in these graduates' success. As such, this celebration is as much about you as it is about them. So graduates, let's give all your supporters a big round of applause. Now, to make today's celebration even more special, we're delighted to have a fantastic band performing for us. It's Mark. You heard them already. And in fact, there's an exciting connection, as one of the band members, Marta Laga, is an alumnus of this very faculty. She studied anthropology with us, which makes today's performance even more meaningful. In addition to great music, in the upcoming hour, you will be addressed by our Dean, Professor Egermond, and Emily Kastelein, who speaks on behalf of the students. But the most important thing today, what you all came for, is of course a proclamation of the results. These will be announced very soon by our Vice Dean, Professor Smits. However, we start with a video message from our Rector, Professor Sels, followed by a speech from our Vice Rector, Professor Meilaerts. Dear graduates, today is your day. Take this moment and enjoy it. From my end already, my heartfelt congratulations.
Beste promovendi, vandaag zet je de kroon op jouw werk. Je ontvangt weldra je diploma. Dat is je natuurlijk niet zomaar in de schoot geworpen. Je hebt het dubbel en dik verdiend. Goed af daarvoor. Aan jou en aan al wie je dierbaar is een welgemeende proficiat. De voorbije jaren heb je aan KU Leuven kennis getankt, inzicht verworven, vaardigheid ontwikkeld, een netwerk opgebouwd. Je hebt ongetwijfeld veel over jezelf geleerd, over de levensweg die je best past, over jouw wereld van morgen. Tijd is om nieuwe horizonten te verkennen en daarbij wens ik je bijzonder veel succes toe. Wat je ook doet, waar je ook gaat, ik hoop dat je met een pak geweldige herinneringen op pad gaat. Denk af en toe eens terug aan de tijd die je hier bij ons hebt doorgebracht. Probeer ook uit te dragen waar KU Leuven voor staat en doe dat in woord en daad. En ik denk dan in het bijzonder aan engagement, nieuwsgierigheid en verbinding. Ik begin bij engagement. Talent heb je. Ieder van jullie kan de wereld rechtvaardiger, veiliger, gezonder, duurzamer maken. Zo breng je hoop en perspectief, ook voor mensen die nooit in de spotlight staan, voor wie leven vaak overleven is. Jouw diploma is een privilege. Je hebt hard gewerkt om het te verwerven, maar het blijft een privilege dat lang niet iedereen verwerft. Niet iedereen heeft de capaciteiten, het geluk of de nodige hulp van thuis. En dat is voor mij echt engagement. Jouw talent, dat privilege, niet alleen gebruiken voor jezelf, maar ook voor wie het geluk wat minder aan zijn kant heeft. Ten tweede, koester je nieuwsgierigheid. Ga door het leven als overtuigd twijfelaar. Dat klinkt tegenstrijdig, maar eigenlijk is twijfelen zo gek nog niet. De dag dat je denkt het echt allemaal wel te weten, eindigt het leren. Dus blijf je verwonderen. Ik wijs daarbij graag ook op ons aanbod levenslang leren, de tientallen voortgezette opleidingen en open online courses. Je vindt dat aanbod terug op het leerplatform KU Leuven Continue. Ook verbinding is van belang en naast verbinding ook dankbaarheid. Jouw diploma is vooral je eigen verdienste, maar je hebt ook te danken aan een heleboel andere mensen. Aan de professoren, assistenten en studiebegeleiders van KU Leuven bijvoorbeeld. Aan de mensen uit je omgeving die in jou geloven, die je zijn blijven aanmoedigen door dik en dun. Nu is het aan jou. Bouw op jouw beurt bruggen met anderen, geef steun en wees dankbaar voor de steun die je ontvangt. Ook ik ben dankbaar. Dankbaar voor het vertrouwen dat jullie ons geschonken hebben. En daarom hoop ik dat we elkaar nog vaak mogen zien en horen. Je krijgt daartoe volop de gelegenheid, want naast ons leerplatform KU Leuven Continue hebben we ook een alumniplatform, KU Leuven Connect. Elk jaar opnieuw studeren zo'n 16.000 studenten af aan KU Leuven. Samen vormen we een bijzonder sterk netwerk van meer dan 320.000 alumni. Ik nodig je dus graag uit om bij te dragen aan die unieke gemeenschap. Tot slot wil ik jullie allen uitnodigen op een heel bijzondere gebeurtenis. In 2025 bestaat KU Leuven 600 jaar. En dat jubileum zal niet onopgemerkt voorbij gaan. Het hele jaar door zijn er tal van evenementen. Noteer alvast zaterdag 15 en zondag 16 februari 2025 in je agenda. Tijdens dat weekend trappen we het feestjaar op gang en hopen jullie allen te verwelkomen. Wil je meer weten? Neem dan een kijkje op de website KU Leuven 600 jaar. Natuurlijk, we hebben op dit moment ook al alle reden tot feesten. Toost straks op onze toekomst. Spreek vertrouwen uit in die toekomst. Laat je niet vangen door doemdenken. In deze wat donkere tijden oogt het glas misschien half leeg. Maar kijk wat beter. Eigenlijk is het half vol. Ik hef het graag op jou en onze toekomst.
Dear Dean, dear Vice Deans, dear professors, colleagues, dear families, friends, but above all, it has been said, dear graduates. What matters in life is not what happens to you, but what you remember and how you remember it. I find these wise words from Nobel laureate Gabriel Garcia Marquez. And I think and I hope that this is undoubtedly one of the moments that each of you will remember as an important moment, the moment of a before and an after, the passage from being a student to a graduate. I myself also vividly remember the day of my graduation, which is a long time ago. It was also in September, but it was not the two sessions together as this faculty has now done, and I see it as a sign of inclusivity to organize it like this, and I will come back to inclusivity. Now, studying in a different system at the time, it was quite strange to graduate in September, and it was because as a vice president of the student council, I had not always put my studies first. So I thought I had to explain to my parents why it was September, and the best thing I found was saying them, you know, those graduating in June, and I'm apologize for those present here, I told my parents, you know, those graduating in June, there's something wrong with them. Anyway, it was a nice time, and I hope it has been for you also a nice time with a lot of friendship. And these friendships, as is in my case, they can last until, in my case, the day of today. And we have, with a couple of friends, this WhatsApp group was not existing at the time, but for now we have this WhatsApp group. And every once and again, one of my friends sends updates to our group. Like, today we have been friends for so many days. And 1 or 2 months ago, that same friend sent all of us a message. On October 29 of 2024, we will be friends for 15,000 days. You can imagine and you can count back. Anyway, also on my behalf, my congratulations, and also I'm grateful that you have chosen KU Leuven and thus for your trust in KU Leuven. Now, what would I like to tell you, what would I like to share with you for, let's say, your future? I've chosen some thoughts that I take from mostly Nobel Prize winners. I started with a Nobel Prize winner. So most of them are Nobel Prize winners who can say things so much better than I myself, and it's through their thoughts that I share my thoughts with you. You have already heard it, the future smiles upon you. It will offer you opportunities, and you must seize them just as you have done during your studies. But of course, the future will also test you. And here comes the first quote. It's by Herbert Hoover, former US president, but who also played an important role in the reconstruction of the KU Leuven Library after it was burned down by the Germans during World War I. But here comes the quote. "Blessed are the young, for they shall inherit the national debt." And unfortunately, this statement, which dates back to almost 1 century, or more than, no, almost 1 century, this statement is also relevant today, and I think it appeals to you, to your knowledge also, and to your engagement to make the world a better place. With all the challenges that will cross your path, you will have to persevere, as has been said. And hopefully, you also got that little bit of luck in time that we all need. Former Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman expresses this, I think, very well. Quote, "Success is talent plus luck. Great success is a little more talent and a lot of luck." End of quote. But good luck or little luck, great or little success, don't forget that you have the knowledge, as I've said already, to make the world a better place. Take up this role. Strive for impact every day, also in the small things. You are the drivers, I think, with all your knowledge that you have gained in your studies, you are really drivers of inclusive growth, of inclusivity. Here comes another quote. "Today's real borders are not between nations, but between powerful and powerless, free and fettered, privileged and humiliated." These are words from former UN Secretary General and also Nobel Prize laureate Kofi Annan. And I think the gender gap is a good example in this respect. And that starts with education. For some, it is still not obvious that, for instance, girls also have the right to education. Quote, "Sometimes people like to ask me, why should girls go to school? Why is it important for them? But I think the more important question is, why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't they have this right to go to school? It is not time to tell the world leaders to realize how important education is. They already know it. Their own children are in good schools. Now it is time to call them to action for the rest of the world's children. And if you might think that these are words from long ago, unfortunately, it's 2015, words from Nobel laureate Malala Yousafzai from Pakistan. Now, in any case, I'm very happy to see here a very diverse audience. Because research also, and you know that research much better than I do, research has also shown that societies that close gender gaps form better societies in many respects. Empowering all gender identities is a powerful engine of this inclusive growth. And as you know, gender gaps are the result of unfair laws, of unequal access to services, of discriminatory attitudes, and many other barriers that prevent the different identities from realizing their full potential. The result is a waste of talent, leading to losses in this inclusivity, in this inclusive growth, which, as we all know also, and as we have seen in times of crisis like the COVID pandemic, are even increased. You know that this was a very bad time for young women with children, but not only for them. So we must step up efforts to break down barriers for all gender identities' participation in society and systematically take account of how social, structural, political, and many other policies impact them. And once again, I think there is an important task for each of you here. We are the system. Each of us is partly responsible and must take his or her anyone's task, no matter how small this task is on an individual scale. Quote, "Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you will make progress." End of quote, words by Barack Obama, also Nobel Prize winner, next to having been, also, of course, President of the US. Lastly, use your human potential. Quote, "We live in an age of rapid globalization. We are connected through high-speed internet. We exchange our goods and services in one single global market. Thousands of lights connect us from corner to another corner of the globe. But there is one serious disconnect, and that is a lack of compassion. Let us globalize compassion." End of quote, Nobel laureate Kailash Satyarthi, 2014. Now, in Europe, and it has been referred to, in a Europe that is torn apart by conflict and war for the first time in decades, each of us, I think, can contribute to peace. Quote, "Today we are truly a global family. What happens in one part of the world may affect us all. Responsibility does not only lie with the leaders of our countries or with those who have been appointed or elected to do a particular job. It lies with each one of us individually. Peace starts with each one of us." Dalai Lama, Nobel Prize 2007. So I think important question for you also in the future are, what kind of leader are you for your team? How do you create connection? How do you take care of everyone? How do you deal with conflicts, even on a small scale? And how do you view yourself? I think that also means not looking away from injustice and violence, once again, large and small. And here is a quote that is very dear to me, also because it's a writer, a quote from Elie Wiesel. He is, as you know, writer and Holocaust survivor and Nobel Prize winner 1986. Quote, "We must always take sides. Neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormented."
Do something then! You're working together with Zionist universities and still, this is ridiculous.
Samir, I'm willing, as you know, to continue our conversation, but unfortunately not here and now. Thank you. Let me share one last quote with you, because what I wanted still also to say was that I hope my speech is not a plea for melancholy, for doom and gloom. Be gentle with yourself and with those around you, with a healthy dose of self-reflection, but also with humor, and never lose courage. And here I would like to end with a quote by George W. Bush, former President of the United States, but not a Nobel Prize winner. Quote, to those of you who received honors, awards, and distinctions, I say, well done. To the other students, I say, you too may one day be President of the United States, end of quote. Enjoy your day. All the best to all of you.
Okay. Dear Vice Rector, dear Dean, colleagues, friends and family, but most of all, of course, students who will, well, shortly be alumni of this faculty. It's my honor to be here in front of you for this, let's say, most official part of the proclamation ceremony. However, before we do so, kind of a service announcement. I do have, let me count, 23 pages, I believe, of names in front of me. There's quite a lot of students graduating. It's approximately 400 students, so 400 names, which means that, well, for the sake of, let's say, time management, but also with respect to your throats and sore hands, I would like to keep the applause until the end of each program. That way we can get this, this round of applause with 8 big rounds of applause rather than 400 that start very enthusiastically and end in pure misery, because then that would be too bad for the last students. One more service announcement from my part is that students come from all over the world. I don't, so this will inevitably result in some mispronunciations on my behalf. My apologies for that. I just do my best. With that being said, let's go to the more official wordings. The examination committees appointed by the rector of the KU Leuven decided upon the following results. The following students have passed the examinations of the Master Communication Sciences, Digital Media and Society. Cum fructu, Omar Chebaro, Maria de la Cruz Cervantes, Van Ho, Cindy Lam, Wai Ho Lau, Kyle Gabriel Legarde, Fatima Mak, Tiho Pacek, Andrea Reche Fernandez, Larissa Soto Hernandez, Mathilde van Wijmeers-Mons, Miranti Virastuti, Luxia Yu en Yiyan Zhang. Cum laude, Hussein Asaf, Angeliki Atanazula, Yoshia Ito, Liu Ya Liu, Shania Lombardi, Yini Meng, Dylan Fidel Molina Ward, Maria del Rocchio Montalvo Canto, Vasileos Nikitakis, Paraskevi Pantelus, Sophie Petri, Manousos Roussos, Simona Simeonova, Eliška Strozova, Laura van den Broek, Brit Verscharen, Yonki Zhang en Xiao Yue Zhao, magna cum laude. Celia Castillo Baquero, Wang Xin Chen, Mona Dalen, Phoebe Kwan, Doang Puang Ni Le, Sarah Lund Lingard, Anna Victoria Popescu, and Haley Shoda. The board confers the academic degree of Master of Communication Sciences, Digital Media and Society upon these students. The following students have passed the examinations of the Master of Sociology. Cum fructu, Nicole Carpentari, Sophie Daniels, Barbara Essengi, Shimal Gulyas Imrak, Sienna Yeon, Ruolan Lee, Marcel Mea Taveras, and Xingchen Wang. Cum laude, Corinne Bissig, Felipe Camares Solis, Thomas Boatselier, Esgi Dinchoy, Aya Eloirahi, Erwin Hendrawiaya, Robert Jajewski, Hatis Nur Karlitiken, Minori Kawai, Ignaci Klimon, Chiara Lipari, Julia Lin, Melis Olkai, Fien Plochat, Yini Kin, Gabriela Sepulveda Vasquez, Yu Su, Aileen Tunalilar, Marte Verschragen en Ruyoi Zhang. Magna cum laude. Tilman Klaus, Gunesh Deren Erbash, Josephine Gambade, Shana Hasbun, Xinran Li, Yasmin Nering, Charlotte Parion, Alexander Pries, Duigu Tinmaz en Amélie van Negen. Summa cum laude, Christopas Seilutka, Amber Sels, and Meun Yao. The board confers the academic degree of Master of Sociology upon these students. The following students have passed the examinations of the Master of International Politics. Cum fructu, Ervodje Adanic Novak, Asena Akbash, Youssef Yassem Mohamed Al-Bloshi, Amanda Brezina, Brianne Byrne, Alexandre Caillon, Damla Kakmak, Gabriel Caminada de Toledo, Nemo Ewout de Klerk, Lea Dufour, Neda Fedaye, Ingra Freire de Oliveira, Fatma Beza Güler, Denish Ijli, Mirko Hussein, Hira Khalid, Tariq Emre Kirim, Horia Liku, Thomas Dinis Martins Alves, Veronika Mikalev, Tsotne Mokevishvili, Martina Elena Nitti, Mia Pavonaho, Sofia Maria Panzeri, Miruna Stefania Popa, Herbert José Quezada Santos, Arnaud Roel, Luke Salter, José Argas Janipar, David Swart, Lotte Tijdgat, Ali Alper Turkeli, Anna Gabriela Velasco-Pol, Pia Verhoeven, Nevena Zdravkova, sorry, the list is starting to get a bit longer, and Alexandru Zdrengea. Okay, let's recollect. Cum laude, Lina Atake, Fenja Abels, Frazia Baeke, Ines Bourdon, Sofio Butikashvili, Berk Bouyou Karslan, Sander de Bruin, Lana de Souza Berlanga Mugnai, Seppe de Leijen, Bayan Faki, Lester Guillemin, Bart Hoksha, Deimante Jakubowskite, Fiona Jansen, Nele Kirsten, Indiana Lokotar, Erik Maynard, Sean McQuaid, Laura Mesalira Secato, Frederike Muller, Alina Neer, Elise Nizet, Ismail Nouriev, Bo Pauwels, Sophie Plassen, Cyril Prudhomme, Yannick Robuste, Ilaria Schmoland, Carolina Snarska, Katrien Sommerveld, Michou van der Rijken, Nathalie Colina van de Veen, Yixing Wang, Wes Woestenborgs, Paul Wright, Evgenia Zizi en M.E. Zoutberg. Magna cum laude, Zdenka Katarina Agius, Amelia Borgers, Julien Collin, Vu Wang Ang Dao, Joke Dirks, Maximilian Heijn, Nora Hols, Emily Joubert de Lamotte, Denise Keunig, Lotus Lee, Oxane Perrier, Nina Soudan, Rune Sterks, Juliette van den Einde, Anouk Verhagen en Alexander Vogt. The board confers the academic degree of Master of International Politics upon these students. The following students have passed the examinations of the Master of European Studies, Transnational and Global Perspectives. Kumfruktu, Selena Bagumian, Tom Bales Collins, Anna Barajas Gomez, Jutta Belliou, Anuka Berzenishvili, Alejandra Campos Salcedo, Bernardo Diaz Maraña, Catarina Diniz Franco, Elif Sue Ergeusmes, Jack Fallon, Antoine Gaudissart, Batuhan Gunesh, Dimitri Hendricks, Maureen Hink, Ariadne Raste, Yanzu Ke, Joan Keirus, Xinyi Li, Ziwei Li, Ines Martins Garcia, Noemia Meng, Daria Molodets, Katinka Mozokci, Sergei Mungalov, Laurin Muster, Maria Mikhailova, Maria Orudzova, Stelina Pepa, Renato Perna, Sebastian Poyer, Gabriel Roland Gosselin, Ikirezi Sandrine, Tsuyoshi Sasaki, Maria Vittoria Traforti, Remy van der Ware, Catharina Voskulat, Teresa Wunsche, Alperen Onatkan Yilmaz en Ziro Zhang. Cum laude, Maria Ballester Mirete, Andrea Ottone Berselli, Talita Bers, Alice Berzola, Marta Boccardo, Danai Bosta, Antonia Louise Burgess, Ariana Burgos Palma, Sylvia Colombo, Charlotte Cornelissen, Leila Cotin, Lia Couto Mota, Marzio Crescenzi, Gilles Daneel, Hazel de Wever, Elise Dirk, Simon Ferdinand Aibach, Emma Forcade, Lisa Gianelli, Kaylee Grace, Henri Holterman, Christopher Hoed, Nevena Ivanova, Cristina Camperi, Maria Contogiani, Guillaume Lienard, Vittoria Maddalena, Nantida Merckx-Rancio, Ekaterina Moros, Kenji Matei Obayashi, Kate O'Brien, Yun Ogawa, David Posno, Lucia Rivas Garcia, Frederico Stangerlin, Mia Turk, Louise van den Bossen, Renske van Hoof, Floor van Parijs, Chenru Iksu, Hussein Yildiz en Irama Zamora Alavalkila. Magna cum laude, Burcu Bilim, Oliver Sipov, Isabella Galara, Chloe Griffin, Sarah Hennig Perea, Lisa Yerlin, Ava Keller, Julia Lukasiewicz, Christine Lutzer, Emma Malfait, Madalena Milan, Michele Reitano, Maria Rodriguez Polo, Roisin Ryan, Lara Simonovski, Amund van Vix Kogrand, Robert Vincent Steegmeijer, Jonathan Strieben, Marcel Sukost-Koza, Joshua Sunter, Tara van Eyck en Golo van den Einde. Summa cum laude, Rieke Preus. Summa cum laude, with congratulations of the Board of Examiners, Matthew James Whiffen. The board confers the academic degree of Master of European Studies, Transnational and Global Perspectives upon these students. Intermediate service announcement, we're over halfway. The following students have passed the examinations of the Master of Public Sector Innovation and E-Governance. Cum fructu, Amok Raizada. Cum laude, Anshul Agarwal, Aykan Karimov, Alon Kuster, Francesco Savai, Aranza Itzel Sierra Magana, and Yuan Ming Zhu. Magna cum laude, Rania Alashgar, Yanis Gourmouziadis, Moritz Hergel, Mariana Lavin Barrientos, Yingqiao Luo, Helene Magratze, Manjunat Viskat Nach, Lisa Vogel, Vincent Welzel, Michele Zayons en Alexandra Zins. Summa cum laude, Leonie Malin Schneider. The board confers the academic degree of Master in Public Sector Innovation and E-Governance upon these students. The following students have passed the examinations of the Master of Advanced Studies in European Policies and Public Administration. Cum fructu, Jordi Egermond, Austin Gibson, Irina Mihu, Dimitris Nikolaidis, Ariana Vicinanza, and Celine Vroman. Cum laude, Angela Amirjanian, Agnese Battista, Mathilde Baudouin, Maria Damasco, Anir Bandas, Charles Foliguet, Charles Fruit, Anna Maria Gorgescu, Sayeda Katap, Giga Mukutatse, Sergio Perez Barranco, Shengle Zuo. Magna cum laude, Monica Dimitrova, Jacob van Kalster en Cindy Zeng. Summa cum laude, Lucas Schmiele. The board confers the academic degree of Master of Advanced Studies in European Policies and Public Administration upon these students. The following students have passed the examinations of the Master of Social and Cultural Anthropology. Cum fructu, Irina Burmina, Anaïs Gensterblum, Mehdi Yamari, Liora Kabirova, Onjinje Obi, Shun Pan, Sha Yan, Ye Yang, and Kejing Zhang. Cum laude, Selai Aladash, Emily Kastelein, Dixiao Chai, Alena Nas Shoisgun, Maya Sigielska, Nancy Elzijn, Yaksin Fan, Fan G, Nadezhda Gorbova, Hitesh, Yi Hu, Anna Ivanyan, Larissa Lilian Jochims, Mariam Kamyap, Heyang Liu, Tianming Liu, Maru Medipuriazdi, Mary Agyemang Osei, Shota Pevadze, Alexander Radulovic, Timea Queen Renfro, Mehul Singh, Carolina Souza Correa, Xincheng Wen, Han Chu, Luming Yang, and Shi Zhu. Magna cum laude, Saba Alabadi, Sara Boonstra, Ira Kutschuker, Francesca La Rocca, Pamela Musalem, Engtsi Noni, Casey Ann Petrikin, Eos Maya Reichhoff, Ila Siku... I didn't even pronounce it fully. Sikaru Lidze, Ludo van der Gun, Tamar Vashakitse, Marta Vicente de Matos Francisc, Xini Wang, Mina Wang Andersen, Yuang Wang Wei en Edwin Zargar, summa cum laude, Bhavani, Selin Gul Genk, and Julia Ravaitite. The board confers the academic degree of Master of Social and Cultural Anthropology upon these students. And now, as for the final program, the following students have passed the examinations of the Master of Cultural Anthropology and Development Studies. Cum fructu, Sofia Itai, Vanessa Nyamangara, and Paola Romero Gomez. Cum laude, Shiga Friu Admazu, Tata Beria, Ermias Tessema Beyene, Martin Bustamante Gutierrez, Alejandra Castillo Valverde, Marie de Keulenaar, Rifat Fatima, Gail Florendo, Mohammad Hussein Gouday, Gizem Girgin, Helen Gomero Caldas, Ruud Muakali Jonathan, Peter Kalkman, Zoe Lemaire, Gabriel Pacheco Roldan, Kwame Perprem, Charlie Urquiza, Simone Verbaken, Anna Verbeek en Suye Yang. Magna cum laude, Sayuri Andrade Toma, Daniele Cisneros Avila, Cato de Meester, Karen Kennis, Maria Olivia Laurent, Felian Lere, Laura Manne, Giorgio Maria Millesimi, Aze Peters, Anneliese Verrijt en Hanna Wilmot. Summa cum laude, Hide Luchtenbelt. The board confirms the academic degree of Master of Cultural Anthropology and Development Studies upon these students.
is what I feel, and I want it real. Come on over closer so I can touch your cheeks. This is what I feel, and I want it real. Come on over closer so I can touch your cheeks. When it goes, where does it go? When it goes, and this is what I want, and I want it so. A kiss in a blue night, only time will know. This is what I want, and I want it slow. A kiss in a blue night, only time will know. Where does it go? When it goes, where does it go? When it goes, when it goes, when it goes, when it goes. And we all wanna be great lovers to each other. We all wanna be great lovers to each other. We all wanna be great lovers to each other. We all wanna be great lovers to each other. When it goes, where does it go? When it goes, when it goes, where does it go? When it goes, when it goes, when it goes, where does it go? When it goes, when it goes, when it goes. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and welcome family members, friends, faculty, and of course, welcome graduates. We did it. It is my honor to speak to you all today as we have reached a new milestone in our adult lives, and what is for many of us the first step in our adult careers, or at the very least, the first step in becoming really good at pretending to know what we're doing. Getting to where we are today has not been without a lot of effort, and I want to thank the professors and assistants who have spent their time and effort in teaching us, and also thank you to the students who are always answering everyone's questions in the group chats. We've learned a lot, but I think we've also forgotten some stuff. Sure, we might not remember some old dead guy's theory, but we've learned to think critically and independently, and we've hopefully made friends for life. And maybe most impressive of all, we have learned how to write an essay on a book that we haven't read way too close to the deadline, and I think that's real-world knowledge right there. We've read, we've analyzed, discussed, and compared. We've been disappointed, confused, and let's be honest, stressed a lot. We've survived difficult exams, group projects, and let's not talk about how much caffeine has fueled this journey. I think if there were a degree in consuming coffee and energy drinks, we'd all be graduating with honors. Now that we've gotten our degrees, most of us will part ways. Some will continue studying, some will dive into new exciting jobs, and others will travel the world. No matter our next steps, one thing we have in common is that we've all set a goal and we've all achieved it, procrastination and all. I have talked a bit about our achievements and our struggles, but it would be wrong to not address an issue that many of our students and faculty members have been occupied with for what has now almost been a year. Some students have not only been studying, pulling all-nighters for exams, and showing up to every class. Some students have also been pushing for change, spreading hard-to-hear information, organizing protests and events, and advocating for the freedom of the Palestinian people. You know who you are, and you should be proud of yourself today. Your work is important, and I am especially proud to be part of the Department of Anthropology, especially in this context. We might feel paralyzed and uncomfortable being here today so far away from a genocide that has an impact on so many of us, but I think we should all use the opportunity to use our education for something good. Let us keep up the good practice that we've been doing for so many years already, learning about ourselves, learning about others, gaining perspectives, sharing thoughts and ideas, because the real risk is doing nothing. Today we know that you are capable of achieving the goals that you have set for yourself, which is only the beginning of your ability to do good for others. With all that said, today is a day of celebration. Let's take a moment to acknowledge all of those times we felt like giving up, but chose to push through instead. It wasn't easy, but that determination, the ability to find your inner motivation in the hardest times, is exactly why we are ready for our next chapter. So let's celebrate not just the degree we've earned, but the resilience, strength, and perseverance that got us here. Congratulations, class of 2024. This is just the beginning.
This graduation ceremony has been way more exciting than the one in 1997. In 1997, it was my graduation ceremony, here in the same hall, by the way. The highlight, the names being called, was predictable, and then there were speeches, all of which I have forgotten. And yet, my father absolutely wanted to be here in 1997. Even though it was difficult for him. He was severely ill. A heavy treatment that he recently had undergone had weakened him. But he wanted to be here. He wanted to be here when I received my diploma in the same hall. I know why he was proud. The same pride I can feel in the air this afternoon. My father passed away not long after. In the more than 25 years since, he has become thoughts and impressions slowly descending into my memory, from which now and then a recollection surfaces. For instance, I only realized a few years later, after my graduation, that my graduation ceremony was the last public moment with my father present. It was only then that I truly understood why he wanted to be here in 1997. It was more than just pride. My father knew what I would only understand later, that life is about those sparkling moments, about the moments when you are for someone else who you truly are. Here in this hall in 1997, during a predictable graduation, he was unmistakably my father. And I was unmistakably his son. And the same is true for you today here. Today here, dear people, you are truly daughter, truly son, truly mother, truly father, truly friends, truly whoever you are. That's what makes today a sparkling day, a day you will once look back on, even though it doesn't feel like it now, after more than an hour on one of those benches. I know that. A second memory of my father surfaced only a few months ago. My father was a teacher at a strict Catholic secondary school, only for boys, run with an iron fist by some priests. It must have been in the late 1980s when 2 boys at that school, a little older than me, were caught kissing each other. Wednesday afternoon, boarding school, nothing to do, feelings, one thing led to another. After they were caught kissing, the boys were immediately sent home by the supervisor on duty. And the next day, the school board met. The priests decided they no longer wanted the 2 boys at the school. They were expelled. This behavior wasn't appropriate, was their judgment. Not in our educational project, was their explanation. My father knew one of the boys because that boy helped in the school library. He was outraged by the decision and requested a meeting with the highest school principal. For the first time in his career, my father would have a one-on-one conversation with the highest director of the school. Don't do it, my mother had said, because she knew how angry he was and how he could be then. But he went anyway. No one was present at the conversation between the school principal and my father. And afterwards, my father never wanted to tell what happened in the principal's office. I think he was shocked by his own fierce words, directed at that powerful priest. I think he spoke from his gut, and that he stood up for the 2 boys more intensely, more restlessly, more fervently than he had dared to. But the school board did reverse its decision. The boys were allowed to stay. A few months ago, I received an email from someone whose name rang a bell. The man who emailed me wanted to thank me for the courage my father had shown back then. The courage with which my father had stood up for him. It was one of the 2 boys who had emailed me. As a son, it's not so easy to find moments when you can be proud of your father. After all, he's just your dad. And in my case, he was a teacher at the school I went to. But when I got that email, I was proud, more than 3 decades later. The man who emailed me also added something else in his message. I miss the courage your father had, he wrote. I need more courage. We need more courage. We cannot live without courage. We cannot live without courage. At that moment, when I read that in this email, I decided what I wanted to wish you all this afternoon. I wish you the cliches that go with the graduation ceremony because they are all beautiful and important. I wish you happiness and kindness. I wish you a life as if there's no finish line to cross, because there isn't. I wish you a life where you don't wait for what's to come, but are being loved now. A life full of optimism about yourself and the world. That's my wish for you. But I also wish you courage. In every life, in every career, there are moments when courage for another can make all the difference. I wish you sparks of courage. Because in every life, in every career, there are moments when courage can make a difference for the people around you. You're experts, you're professionals, you're social scientists, and so you will make a difference anyway, really. Be proud of your diploma. Use your diploma for yourself. Use it fully for what gives you energy, what you strive for, what you want to achieve. And good luck with that. It's going to be great, really. But in every life, there are also moments when knowledge, expertise, insight, or experience cannot do what I meant to do without courage, without the bold choice to do something for the people around you. I wish you the courage in your life to accept that you may have been lucky yourself and that it's good to give back what you have been given. I wish you the courage to see that in addition to hard work, privilege has also brought you here today. That opportunities are not always granted to those who are not here have never been here or didn't make it. That opportunities are not always granted to those who don't live here, have never lived here, or found a home here. That opportunities are not always granted to those who, for whatever reason, are different from what we, for whatever reason, consider normal. In every life, in every career, there are moments when you realize this, moments when you notice this. In such a moment, I wish you courage. The courage to share your privilege with those who had fewer chances, have less talent, with those who may have as much or more talent, but didn't get a chance, with those who deserve it, and even with those who don't deserve it. In such a moment, I wish you the courage to see, to speak, not to accept, to stand up for others. This is not a mandate. You don't have to be courageous every day from tomorrow onwards. I'm not talking about a life of activism, although that's important too, of course. And thank you for the activism. As the student told us, the real risk is doing nothing. Definitely, so thank you. But that's not even what I meant in this speech. What I mean in this speech is that in every life, in every career, there are truly moments when courage can make a difference. Wisdom is knowing when courage can do something. I wish you that wisdom when you're ready, when you see it now or in 15 years. It doesn't matter. But be courageous then. It's how things change. I wish you this because you're graduating, and quite hope that you will one day think back to it. But I also wish it for you because you are now social scientists. You, more than anyone, you, social scientists, see when courage is needed, when courage can make a difference. That's what social sciences are about. That's what your education was about. These difficult times need courage. Courage needs you. Professor Tim Smits, our Vice Dean, eloquently mentioned your name earlier. You already knew your name and you knew it would be on the list, so it was not surprising at all. But that little unsurprising moment was also a spark of strength, and if you like, if you please, a spark of courage. Do something good with it. Make something beautiful out of it. Thank you, and congratulations.
Gilles van Bouwel en ik wil jullie een dikke proficiat wensen met jullie diploma.
Arnold van den Bosse, afgestudeerd als burgerlijk ingenieur materiaalkunde aan de KU Leuven.
Waar ik rechten heb gestudeerd, een studierichting die mij nog regelmatig van pas komt.
Toen ik afgestudeerd was, heb ik nog een hele tijd als atlete hier kunnen gebruik maken van de faciliteiten, het netwerk en de kennis van de KU Leuven.
Kennis die je moet durven toepassen in andere domeinen. En dan ga je het verste en het meest boeiende leven hebben dat je kan inbeelden.
Dus bij deze, van harte welkom
bij de grote groep
van de KU Leuven alumni.
My heartfelt congratulations, of course, to everybody who now suddenly became an alumna of this faculty. We will, in a minute, hear a final song of is Mark Mark. Afterwards, we invite the alumni for a group picture. The group picture will be outside on the stairs of the Pope's College. So the following is a service announcement again on my behalf. After that final song, the professors will form a procession, and we invite the students to follow that procession. And for all the others, family and friends, please stay behind just a little bit. There's a good reason why you can stay behind. It is while the students are taking the group picture, you can then already leave for the reception. So you will be there first, which is great for you. And then after the group picture, the students, alumni, can then, of course, also go to the reception, which will be held at the Social Sciences faculty, where you will now be entering the faculty premises as a graduate from your diploma. Okay.
Okay, hi again. I hope you enjoyed the ceremony. We're gonna do our last song of the day. We were actually called Martha Moore. You're the first audience with our new name. We're not Ismark Mark, but Martha Moore. And thank you for listening. Yeah. You are waiting by the window, and does it really matter, or is this just a dream? For a runaway, out of season on a sleeping train. The world is full of questions, and television and and something needs to happen, but I don't know what. It's the reason for a runaway. Out of season on a sleeping train. train.
Thank you.